All right, it's day 26 of my video every single day of April challenge. I'm still out walking dogs to do every single morning. That feels good. I'm definitely burning more calories than I'm taking in, so that's the goal. Plus, I get to eat yummy Chick-fil-a yesterday, and I get to eat it again today. I had a little change in my IDPA competition. Last 4 months or so, I've been training with my compact carry pistol for this match, and just getting that legal for the rules. And it's just a shorter gun than what I'm used to shooting, and it's a little bit more difficult to get used to. So in thought that when I get back to my SSP gun, I'll be a better shooter. What's the game plan, at least? I was looking at the match, and there wasn't very many compact carry shooters signed up. I think there was like 4, and I need at least to beat 8 other shooters to get my bump if I can beat 8 other shooters. So I had like 0 chance of getting a bump, so I went ahead and switched back to SSP. So I'm going to be shooting my stock pistol. Yeah, I changed guns like 3 days before a match. What could go wrong? Okay, for day 26, I wanted to talk just a little bit about the reload and what I'm doing with my reload and what I'm focusing on and how it's progressed. So to start the reload is you've got to get your magazine. So the key is really, I talked about it some yesterday, is being consistent with the way you grab your magazine for the reload. So you got to clear, as always, and then purchase. Now I was taught to grab down on the magazine where you could fill the bullets at night and to index the magazine like this. Right? Bullets forward, and you would touch like if there was a bullet in it, you'd be touching the bullet, right? And I have found, just over process and stuff, that finger kind of gets in the way during insertion. So I have progressed a little bit farther down, and I index on the mag catches. So Glock has great little hooks here where how the magazine is held in the pistol, and that's what I index. I grab it right there, and it gives me a really good place on the palm of my hand right here where I can consistently put the magazine every time. So I hit index point, pull up, and I grab the mag catches, and that's how. Okay, at the same time, while I'm indexing the magazine, I've got to be getting the magazine that's in the gun out. So I've got a problem. I've got some extra movement, kind of got a twitch or something. Sometimes I noticed in my video. But all you want to do is rotate just a little bit where you can get your button. You can reach the mag release button and drop the magazine. You just want to get it angled toward the source. So that's all you really need right there. So the way I learned was I indexed my elbow at a consistent place. That way my gun was the same place every time. And I tilted the mag well toward the source, got my perfect index, and insert like this. So at the same time, I took a defensive pistol class, and they were real sure about grabbing this magazine first, then releasing the magazine. You want to make sure you had a magazine first before you release this one. But if I'm reloading, it's so fat. I mean, I got to get this magazine out. So it's a simultaneous thing. You're doing both things at the same time. You're getting the mag out, and you're getting the perfect, exact, consistent purchase on this magazine every single time. Okay? Alright, so let's talk just a little bit about the insertion of the magazine. So on Glocks, we have this little ledge right here. And this likes to get caught. So you don't want to be at the angle like this. So you'd like to be straight. We know straight is strong. That's where we want to be, is straight. But we can get a little bit away with something like this, to make sure we don't end up like this. So the angle for insertion is straight is ideal, but we want to just give ourselves a little bit of room for error. So we angle it just a little bit like this. Okay? Now the other angle, this direction, right? If you go in like this, you're hosed. So this is dead. We want straight, but to give ourselves a little bit of room for error, you can come in like this. So I've got my purchase exactly how I do every time, and I can come in just at a little bit of an angle like this, and it gets me a perfect smooth insertion every time. So I'm just playing the odds. I want to be straight. Straight is perfect, but if you go past straight, this is bad, and this, you know, this is what you want to stay away from. So to hedge my bet just a little bit, I angle it like this, and I angle away from this. So this is a good angle, and this is a good angle. And that's exactly what it's kind of rocking into the thing. So if you can kind of, now that I got my fingers down here, gives me a little place and kind of gives me a point to aim for, and to get that center of that bullet in the center of the hole. And I can get a good consistent reload every time. And I stay away from those danger angles we talked about. Okay, so the last part of the reload that I'm going to talk about is the slide release. Releasing the slide. I have a dummy round here that's got a hole in it, so you know it's not live ammunition. So just for dropping the slide purposes. So IDPA, I shoot a lot of slide lock reloads. So we're going to talk about. I don't do any speed reloads. So I'm not going to talk about that. So slide lock reload. So defensively, I was taught that, you know, you insert the magazine and then you go over the top, use your large muscles, and slingshot the slide to close it. And that works. There's nothing wrong with it. And that's what defensive people teach, is because it works and it's consistent, and you can do that under stress. They claim you lose your fine motor skills, and that makes sense. So what I've been doing is, Mike Seeklander teaches to insert magazine, and as you follow up, hit your slide release with your thumb, get your Judy top, and get your perfect grip back. And that's what he teaches. Now he shoots a 1911. And I even asked him in his class, I said, if you could reach that slide stop with your support, would you? And he's like, no. And, you know, I paid a lot of money for his class, and he is a phenomenal shooter. He knows exactly what he's talking about. So his claim is that if you hit the slide release, slide stop, with your strong thumb, that it puts your grip out of position. And so what I did was, and I've had some troubles with my releasing the slide a little early, and I'm having a little bit of trouble with my reloads. So I practiced, and I did exactly what he said, and I found that it gives me a good follow through. I see the mags really consistent and good, and I hit the slide stop with my support thumb. It gets my grip a little bit higher than I like, but I found that I shoot very well and accurate after I do that. I've also found that it's real slow. It's very slow. It's like a half a second slow. Doing now is inserting the mag, pausing. There's a little pause here. Hit the slide release with this, my strong thumb. And I've gone with minimal, little bitty slide stops. This gun came with a big extended one, and I have just gone with the smooth, the small ones, just so I'm not on it with my grip. So that's where I am now. I'm not sure. I'm not 100%. I just know it's faster. So, but I think an important point is, it's an important skill set to be able to hit the slide release, to be able to do all three. Be able to go over the top, that's an important skill. If you have a malfunction or something, that's a skill, and you got to be quick at that. And to be able to shoot other platforms like the 1911, and I think SIG puts theirs kind of far up too. To be able to hit the slide release with your support thumb is an important skill. It's a slide lock reload. Okay, with the dummy around. Alright, so I'm shooting, pew, 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 pew. I'm going to tilt the gun just a little bit, release the magazine. At the same time, I'm getting my consistent, clearing my garment, getting my consistent purchase on my magazine, and I'm going straight for the magazine. I'm going to go insert all the way, slight pause, working on my getting my index point, getting my grip, release the slide. And it's all about the grip and the trigger press from there. So let's do this one more time. Add speed. Let's see. Got a 1.5 part time. So that's what it looks like. Alright, let's do a little beat the buzzer. I got a 1 second part time. Hands relaxed at the side. I didn't like that grip. Let's do it again. That'll work. Let's drop it down to 10. 0.9 second drop. Oh, I smoked that. 0.8. 0.8%. Yeah, I got a little bit. Not as smooth as I would like. Focus. I'm going to try to keep relaxed hands. Smooth, relaxed, fast hands. I'm not sure if I beat that one. Let's do it again. Smoke that one. Let's drop it down. 0.7. Ah, horrible grip. Relaxed hands. I feel like I smoked that one. Let's get it down. 0.6. When you get down here, it's really hard to tell if you're beating it. Alright, let's beat the buzzer, hands above shoulders. Alright, let's drop it down. That was 1 second. Let's drop it down 0.9. Get 3 perfect ones in. I really missed that. No problem. Alright, let's drop it down. 0.8. 3 perfect ones. feel like I'm crushing that. 0.7. Mr. Buster. Oh, man. I don't think I beat that. Feels kind of slow. So that's probably where I'm at on that 0.7 for a wrist to both shoulders. All right, so the reload video got a little long, so I'll save you a little bit on my dry fire. Dry fire went good. Wednesday, it is the day I focus on speed and I try to challenge myself to go fast. It's not as technical as a normal day, and sometimes it can get a little sloppy. But it's really good to challenge yourself and just to see how fast you can go. And that's what I use Wednesdays for. It's kind of it's just one of those days where I spend a lot of time trying to beat the buzzer.
Thank you for choosing Chick-fil-A. My name is Lourdes. Can I please get a name for your order?
Yes, it's Scott.
How are you doing today, Scott?
Excellent. I want that.
That's awesome. What would you like to have today?
The spicy Southwest salad.
And that comes with the creamy salsa. Is that okay with you, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else for your order today?
Is that grilled?
No, it's actually the regular filet.
It says grilled spicy chicken.
We can make it.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else for your order today?
Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Chick-fil-A sandwich, just a sandwich. Any sauce with that?
No, thank you.
Okay. Is that going to complete your order for today?
Yes, ma'am.
11:02. Go ahead and pull forward and enjoy.
Thank you. I beat that too. Today's YouTube channel to support is Billy Brazil. Billy is a firearms instructor in California. Poor guy. But he is an ex-Army guy, and he's from the East Coast. He's kind of got like a New Jersey accent, but he's very knowledgeable. What I really like about him is he's ex-military, so he doesn't have the typical mindset you seem to get from military stiff thinking. He's very open-minded. He makes great videos, and all his stupid gun stories or gun store stupidity is great. So go check out Billy.